Okay. In the part one of this video, I established that the Aburi Accord was not subject to misinterpretation. I established very well that the Aburi Accord was not subject to misinterpretation because there were men of timber and caliber who were involved, legal practitioners, secretaries, men that knows what they are doing. So the concept or the idea of bringing misinterpretation into the picture is off from it. That is number one. Now, somehow they admitted that Odumegwu Ojukwu outsmarted them. Yes, of course, he will have to outsmart you. He will have to outsmart you. He's an Igbo man. He will have to outsmart you, of course. Since your brain was sleeping. A conference that was held in Aburi on the 4th and 5th of January, 1967. And you are telling me that Gowon said he had fever. The other people said that it was when they got to Lagos that they now analyzed the confab, the agreement in Aburi. So that means for that 2 days that the discussion was ongoing, the deliberation was ongoing, the debate was ongoing, your brains were sleeping. Your brain was sleeping in Aburi in Ghana for 2 days that you had a conference. That you had a conference, you had a dialogue, you had a debate. Okay, bring your own. How do you think that Nigeria can move forward? What do you think that can enhance the growth of Nigeria, the progress of Nigeria? What do you think that will bring about a lasting peace in Nigeria? What do you think? What do you think? Ojukwu will bring his own. Gowon will bring his own. The state governors will bring their own. The regional governors will bring their own. They will now put it on the table and debate and pass a vote. And the people will accept. The people the more population we accept, okay, this one is good for us, this one is not good, then the one that is not good will be taken off. And the one that unanimously people accepted will now be the one that formed the basis. You were telling me that while you were doing these processes or while you were going through these processes, your brain was sleeping until you got to Lagos, that your brain opened. You now analyze the agreement. You guys, something is wrong with you. Something is definitely wrong with you people. You don't know how to lie. You don't know how to twist things. You don't know how to concoct things. Now, these were some of the agreements that was said or made in Aburi on the 4th and 5th of January 1967, prior to the Civil War. Okay, now, and this agreement would have saved Nigeria. This agreement would have saved Nigeria. Now, Iris, agreement in Ghana, it has been flying on social media. Maybe you have come across it. I'll still post it here. Agreement in Ghana on 4th and 5th January 1967. Aburi Accord as shown. Nigeria would remain a loose confederation. Nigeria will remain a loose confederation. Each region would control its own military forces locally. Now, tell me if this was applied. Okay, this is the number two. Okay, the first one said Nigeria would remain a loose confederation. A loose confederation, okay? Now, each region will control its own military forces locally. Tell me if this second one was applied, that the people of Middle Belt will be killed. Tell me that the people of Yoruba, Oyo, the people that are being killed now, over 100 students were kidnapped in Oyo. 2 teachers has been killed. Why the other teachers are still in the bush? They are still missing till date and all that. Tell me if the regions had their military and police, regional police, being officiated by them, being controlled by them. Tell me that those things that are ravaging the west, the north, and other places today will be going on. Because the people will come out and they have their own powers to come out. When these Fulanis come to invade their places, they will come out and fix them. Because they control their media and their police in their regions, they will not, Fulani will not be able to invade into those communities or those states. The people will combat them. But because you reneged on this agreement, because it was possibly coming from an Igbo man, it was possibly coming from Ojukwu, so you have to renege on this agreement. That is why you are being killed, and you will continue being killed. Nnamdi Kanu told you this long time ago, and you thought he was spreading hate. Oh, we hate him. Oh, this, that. He's an Igbo man and all that. You refuse to take it. Look at what is happening now. And this is just the beginning. Now, the third one said the central government would not make major decisions without the approval of all regional governors. Now, for the federal government to make any decision, he has to consult the regional governors. They will have to come together, then look into that decision that the federal has proposed. If it will favor the people of Nigeria, then they can now vote. The majority of the people will vote in favor. Then the government will now uphold it. If more people vote against it, then it is off. It will now be squashed. That is how it is. And this would have helped Nigeria. This is the perfect solution for Nigeria. In fact, every country, every state. Now, the fourth one said regions would have greater autonomy over resources and administration, etc. This was where the problem is. This was why the British said no. This was why other regions, other people said no. The Yorubas, the Benin, other people, this is why they said no. Because the regions will have greater autonomy over their resources. Control your resources. Control your administration. Send some of the money. Send percentage of your resources to the federal. That is a loose central state or a loose federation. Manage your resources. Send 10%, send 20%, send 30% to the federal. Control your other 70%, 80%, 60% or whatever. This would have saved the country this menace. This would have been the lasting solution to everything. The countries, the regions would have developed so massively. But because it's coming from an Igbo man, because it's because of the Igbos, oh, why will he be the one? Why this, that? But all of you were there in Aburi. All of you agreed. You were telling me that your brain was sleeping. You were telling me that your brain, you didn't have brain. After agreeing what would have saved the country, you came and reneged it. Now somehow you want to pin it on Ojukwu. You want to make Ojukwu be the bad guy. After everything that was said in Aburi. This is it. Nigeria will remain a loose federation. Each region will control its own military forces locally. The central government would not make major decisions without the approval of the regional governors. The region will have greater autonomy over its resources and administration, etc. This is all about the Aburi Accord that was reneged by Nigerian state. And as a result of this, they went ahead with the support of Britain to massacre the Igbos, to commit the greatest genocide in history. You think Israel genocide was the greatest? That is a lie. It is not. It is not, because we lost over 8 million people in that war, in that genocidal war, sponsored by Britain, sponsored by the Europeans, because of our oil, because of our resources, our nature-given resources. We must die because of what we have in our land. A time is coming